I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sex.
Imagine if Yamaha finally stopped asking Toprak to adapt to their bike's character, and instead did the opposite. The 850 cubic centimeters V4 engine is now reportedly being tuned to better suit Toprak Razgatlioglu's aggressive riding style. It's not just about power output, but how the bike adapts to Toprak's braking, cornering, and throttle. There's something interesting about this latest development. Toprak is known for his ability to brake deeply, causing the rear end to move, and then maintain speed through corners. But an overly aggressive V4 can actually hinder that style. Therefore, Yamaha must find a way to alter the engine's response so that Toprak can more easily control the V4's power. And the question now is, what exactly has Yamaha changed about the 850 cubic centimeters V4's character? Is it engine braking? Throttle response? Torque delivery? Or is it a combination of the engine, electronics, and chassis? If these changes are truly successful, we could be witnessing the birth of a completely different Yamaha V4, a bike that's not only fast, but also designed to maximize Toprak's core capabilities: extreme braking, cornering speed, and incredible rear-wheel control. And this is why Yamaha's 850 cubic centimeters V4 development is worth keeping an eye on. Because if Toprak finally gets a bike that truly suits his riding style, the Yamaha's performance could change drastically. And here's the full story. Yamaha is back in the spotlight after indications emerged that the characteristics of its 850 cubic centimeters V4 engine are being specifically tailored to suit Toprak Razgatlioglu's riding style. More than just looking for more power, Yamaha is reportedly working to change the way the bike generates, delivers, and controls power to better suit the Turkish rider's aggressive style. This change is interesting because Toprak's riding style is very different from that of riders accustomed to previous Yamahas. Toprak is known for being very aggressive when entering corners, capable of braking deeply, and possessing an uncanny ability to control the bike when the rear end begins to lose grip. And this is precisely where Yamaha's biggest challenge arises. The 850 cubic centimeters V4 engine has a distinct power character. When the power comes on too aggressively or the engine's response doesn't match Toprak's throttle input, the bike can become difficult to control when exiting corners. Therefore, Yamaha is not only required to make the engine more powerful, but also to make its power character more accessible to Toprak. In this latest development, Yamaha's focus is believed to be shifting from simply chasing numbers on paper to how the engine actually performs in Toprak's hands. For Toprak, speed isn't just about the amount of power available. Far more important is how that power can be used from the time the bike is leaning until the rear wheel gains full traction upon corner exit. This is what makes changing the character of the 850 cubic centimeters V4 so crucial. Yamaha must find a balance between power, engine braking, rear wheel traction, and throttle response. These four elements must work harmoniously to allow Toprak to brake aggressively without compromising the bike's stability. And if Yamaha can truly achieve this, the 850 cubic centimeters V4 could become a bike much more suited to Toprak's riding style. Interestingly, this approach also suggests that Yamaha may no longer be trying to force Toprak to fully adapt to the bike's character. Instead, the bike is starting to adapt to the rider. This represents a significant shift in philosophy. Typically, racing motorcycle development has typically focused on finding the most competitive engine characteristics in general. But with Toprak, Yamaha has a rider with a very specific riding style. Therefore, the data collected from each lap can be used to identify which parts of the bike are hindering the rider's maximum potential. For example, if Toprak feels the bike is too aggressive when opening the throttle, the technician can evaluate throttle response and torque delivery. If the bike is too difficult to control when braking into a corner, then engine braking and weight distribution are areas to pay attention to. The same applies when exiting a corner. Toprak needs a bike that can provide strong traction without suddenly losing rear grip. Therefore, the character of the 850 cubic centimeters V4 engine must be made aggressive enough to produce acceleration, but still progressive enough to be controllable. And changes like this are likely one of Yamaha's main focuses. If we look at the development journey of the Yamaha V4, it's clear that this project is not simply changing the engine configuration. Yamaha must rebuild the bike's character entirely. The engine, electronics, chassis, aerodynamics, swing arm, and suspension setup must be interconnected. When one part changes, the others are affected. This is why Toprak's presence is so crucial in the development process. He not only provides timing records, but also provides feedback based on the very aggressive and different riding style. Toprak can pinpoint when the bike starts to lose balance, when the power feels too aggressive, and when the rear end isn't responding as he desires. For Yamaha, such information is invaluable. Moreover, the 850 cubic centimeters V4 project isn't just being prepared as a replacement bike. Yamaha needs a competitive platform to face the new era of MotoGP. And if the bike's character begins to be shaped to Toprak's needs, then we could see the birth of a completely different Yamaha. A bike that's not only fast on the straights, but also able to accommodate Toprak's extreme braking style. A bike that allows Toprak to carry his advantage into corners. A bike that gives him confidence when the rear end starts to move. And most importantly, a bike that means Toprak no longer has to fight the engine's character. He just has to ride it. But of course, changes like this can't be immediately judged from just one aspect. Testing sessions. Yamaha still needs a lot of data to ensure that the changes to the V4's character truly provide benefits in various conditions. A bike that feels fast in a single corner isn't necessarily consistent throughout an entire lap. Likewise, high power can accelerate tire degradation and reduce performance as the race enters its final stages. Therefore, Yamaha must ensure that the 850 cubic centimeters V4's character not only suits Toprak's style for a fast single lap, but also maintains that performance throughout the race. And this is where the real test begins. If Yamaha can combine the V4's character with Toprak's ability to brake, corner, and control the rear wheel, the combination has the potential to be one of the most exciting projects heading into the 850 cubic centimeters era. Toprak himself could be the key to unlocking the previously unseen potential of Yamaha's V4 engine. It's not that Toprak can make the bike faster alone, but that his riding style can provide a very clear development direction for the engineers. Yamaha now has to answer one big question. Can they create a V4 that truly aligns with Toprak's racing DNA? If the answer is yes, then this change could be a major turning point. Because what Yamaha is building isn't just a new 850 cubic centimeters V4 engine. They are building a motorcycle designed to allow riders like Toprak to unleash their full potential. And if all the pieces of the puzzle finally come together, don't be surprised if Yamaha suddenly shows a performance leap far beyond expectations. Because this time, Yamaha isn't just building a bike for Toprak. Yamaha is trying to create a bike that speaks Toprak's racing language.
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats.